Hi guys, happy Wellness Wednesday. I decided to be a little early. I'm a minute early because I really enjoy punctual people. Gotta say. Hello, hello. Today we're going to talk about, I think, a hot topic, and it's fear. Here's the deal. Every single one of us, every single person is afraid of something. We all got something going on in our lives that creates fear in our hearts, or fear in our bodies, or fear in our minds. And the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is something that's super simple. Successful people feel that fear and they go through it. They just work through it. They don't let it paralyze them. That's the only difference. So today we're going to talk about how to override your fear and take the next right action. And as you know, I am no stranger to fear. I feel like I have a PhD in fear. And I've been living with cancer for 16 years now. And I've had to really become friends with my fear. It's become a spiritual practice for me to get to know it and to work with it and to move through it. And I want to share the tools that I use today. I have a scan coming up, so a lot of the anxiety starts to flood my body around this time. And this is common. I've done this for 16 years now. So again, I'm sharing what I use. And I also run a business. And so there are times when it's just flush. And there have been times in my business where it has been close to the bone. And when you have a lot of people relying on you for their paychecks and livelihood, that can be terrifying. Again, all you got to do is work through it. So let me know in the comments below. Drop a comment, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if this is a topic that resonates with you, a topic that you need to hear about, a topic that you need to explore, a topic that we should continue to explore in the future, because I want to make sure that this serves you. And I also want you to know that you are not alone. The other thing I want you to do as you're going through, listening this week is if you have a technique or something that you use to help you work through your fear, share it in the comments, because we're a community, we're a family, we're a movement. And though I'm the one that's, broadcasting and sharing with you all right now, everybody reads the comments. We all want to know what you do. We all lean on each other. So share it. We'd love to know. Okay, seeing lots of hearts. Let me just scroll through here for a second. Oh, wonderful. Hi, guys. Good to see you. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Mike. Hi, Claudine. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Okay, so first and foremost, fear is natural. It's natural, and in some cases, it's even necessary. So think about the times when fear has given you really valuable information. Fear has been your friend. Fear has shown up in the form of your intuition. Maybe you get a sign or a synchronicity or a feeling, or the hairs stand up on the back of your neck, or you get a gut reaction to something. Maybe it's a person. This is not somebody you should go on a date with. Or, wow, you know what? I've been feeling this pain for X and X number of months, and I should go check it out. Whatever it is, sometimes fear can be our friend. And it's loaded with information, and that's the only way we need to look at it. And the other thing I want to talk about as far as it being natural is, again, I've said this in the past, that's why I said again, is all of our feelings are welcome to the table. There's no point in thinking that we can amputate them. We can't. There's no bad feeling. There's no bad experience in your head. It may not feel good, but there's no reason to judge ourselves because we might be experiencing fear. There's this notion that we should be fearless. I don't think that that's reality. I don't think it's true. I think it's impossible to be fearless. We wouldn't be human. It's a part of our evolution. It's a part of what has kept us safe and alive. There's a reason why you get anxiety. There's a reason why you go into fight or flight. There's a reason why. And in our modern society, it's something that we need to be very mindful about. There's a real tiger or there's a paper tiger, and sometimes we can get the two confused. right? So being fearless isn't the goal. And sometimes for some folks, even fearing less of the time is a tall order. And that's okay. There's no reason to judge yourself or tell yourself stories that you're flawed in some way, because you're not. Again, the goal is to learn how to work through your fear, work with your fear. Get up and cozy right up in fear's business. Be like, how are you doing? What do you have to teach me? What is going on here? Okay. So in my experience, fear is about tripping. Fear is about either future tripping. This might happen. This is ahead. All these stories that we tell ourselves. Or it's about being in the past. This might happen again. And the way out of that fear tripping is to get super grounded in the present. It is literally to, first and foremost, be aware that, oh, I'm having the symptoms of anxiety. I'm having the symptoms of fear. Stress hormones are flooding my body. I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to smell. My heart is racing. My tummy hurts. Like all of the feelings, we know what they are. Those are symptoms. And all we need to do is get aware when we have those symptoms so that we can say to ourselves, oh, I'm in like a fear attack. Well, what do I do when I'm in that place? What do I do to shift out of that place? What do I do to work with this? That is when we open up our golden toolbox that we talk about each and every week here on Wellness Wednesday. That is when we open our toolbox and we lean on mindfulness. We go for a walk. We go outside. We just take a few deep breaths. We get back into our body, this sacred vessel, this home base of ours, our temple. Get back into your body. Get super grounded. Take those deep breaths. Maybe go and meditate. Set your phone alarm if you need to. 10, 15 minutes. Meditate. Go for a walk. Listen to some great music that uplifts you. Getting out of that hot spot. Another thing to do is gratitude. Rather than all of the stuff that you're afraid of that may or may not even happen. Go through your gratitude list. Work it. What's already great in your life? There's so many things. You are so blessed, each and every one of you. So many things. Reams and reams of things to be grateful for. And also lean on your inner circle. Your crew, your ride or dies. Create an inner circle. You don't have to have many friends. You just need a few true blues. And I was sharing on Instagram Live because I always go on Instagram before Facebook, and on Instagram I am Crazy Sexy Kris, so follow me. And so I was sharing that I got some tough news in the past couple of days about someone I love very dearly, and I was feeling super blue. And my best friend and I were going to talk today before she left for vacation. And I said, you know what, I don't want to bring you down because I'm feeling super blue and I know you're about to get on a flight and I love you. Have a great time. We'll talk when you get back. And she said, no, you're going to pick up the phone and call me right now. We're talking, because our friendship is for all of it, not just a piece of it. It's all of it. The way we show up for each other is we show up for all of it. The tough stuff, the great stuff, not just the great stuff and all the things that we want to celebrate, but all of it. And that's the type of community each and every one of us need to create. A couple of true blues that you can lean on so that when you need help working through something, you have somebody to go to. When you need help using your tools, when you need help with this next piece, which is telling yourself a better story, telling yourself a more productive story. And again, this is something we focus on a lot here. We could tell ourselves so many different things, and we often do. For example, we may say, my best years are behind me. And we have that opportunity in that moment to catch ourselves and turn that thought around. My best years are ahead of me. I'm on the ascension. I'm on the ascension. In fact, I want to give you a challenge this week. Your mantra is to say to yourself, I'm on the ascension. I'm on the ascension. I am ascending. I am ascending. Every time you look in the mirror, say it to yourself. You don't have to say it out loud if someone else is in the room and you're embarrassed. Say, I am on the ascension. Give me a thumbs up if that resonates with you. Because so many of the times we are saying something very different to ourselves. I'm too this, I'm not enough that, I'll never get this, I'll always be that. How about we say, I'm on the ascension? Doesn't that feel good? It feels good even just saying it to you guys. It feels so good. So you may not be able to change your situation, but you can change how you deal with it. You can change your reaction to it. I cannot change that I have stage 4 cancer right now in this moment at 4 o'clock on Wednesday when I'm recording this broadcast. I can't change that, but I can change my reaction to it. I can't change that I have to go get scanned in the coming weeks, but I can change my reaction to it, my approach to it, the stories I tell myself, the experience I create around it. And each and every one of us has the power to do that. And we think, how do people overcome fear? All these great people, these great athletes or whatever it is, these people who have done things that we can't even imagine, who have broken through so many barriers. How did they do it? They worked the steps, guys. They worked it. That is how. There's no difference between them and you and me. Not one difference. That's true. And so the last thing is, telling yourself a more productive story we talked about, but the last thing is choosing the next right action. So you've got the awareness, you're working your tools, you're telling yourself a more productive story, and then you're choosing the next right action. What does that look like? Well, it could be to make a cup of tea. Like make yourself a little cup of tea. It could be to grab your favorite blankie and watch a Netflix series that you love that just lifts you out of that space. Or it could be to pick up the phone and ask for help. It could be to make that appointment. It could be to say yes to that opportunity that stretches you and helps you ascend to the next level. That is what the next right action is. It can be a little tiny baby step, or it can be a leap, but it is taking the next right action. So again, let me know how you work through fear, how you massage fear, how you get cozy with it, how you make fear your friend or not. Let me know, let everybody in our community know, because again, we are a family, and there's so much wisdom in you, and I want to make sure that we all get to experience it. Okay, I'm gonna take a peek here at some of the comments, and we're running a little early, so I might tell you another quick story about this. Okay, great to see you too, Erica. Oh, I'm on the ascension. I love it. Hey, Dee. Oh my gosh, please share this, guys. Eileen asked, do you mind if I share this? Guys, please share this. I would love for you to share this. If you're loving our Wellness Wednesdays and the topics that we're talking about, yes, share it with your friends, your inner circle. Yes, your best years are ahead, Sandy. Absolutely. I'm ascending. Sally says, Carol says, thoughts and thumbs up. We are a community. Yes. Yep. Okay, there's some long comments here that I'm going to go back to after this so I can really be present and take them in and respond from my heart. Because obviously when I'm live, I can't really read long paragraphs, but I will go back and make sure I check in with all of you. And so I'm going to tell you one quick story and then we'll wrap. This is a story that if you've seen me live, I have shared many times in at different conferences. And I think it's just such a powerful example for me, because I think about this story all the time when I'm looking to, work my tools, have awareness, choose a more productive story, so that I can get through fear. And this happened many years ago. I was hiking in the woods, and I love hiking. I love nature. I love all of the animals. I love when a chipmunk runs across my path. I love seeing squirrels. Every once in a while you get to see a deer. It's so great where I live in the Catskills. I love seeing birds. I adore my birds. In fact, right after this Wellness Wednesday broadcast, I'm going to go feed my hummingbirds because I noticed that my feeder is empty, so they're going to need me. So it's a very rejuvenative experience for me walking or hiking in the woods, and it's also super creative. It's where I get some of my best ideas. And so on this particular walk, I wasn't thinking about all of the wonderful beings that I was seeing, the trees, the different plants. Oh, what kind of flower is that? Or, oh, a cardinal. Every time I see a cardinal, I think it's my grandma. My grandma flies by and I say, hey, grandma. I wasn't thinking about any of those things because this was many years ago. I had a scan coming up and I started to think about all of the bad things that could happen. Oh, this is the year the cancer that's in my body becomes aggressive. It's been dormant, it's been quiet, it's been slow growing, it's basically not giving me any problems, but this is the year that it could just like take off like wildfire. And I started to tell myself all these stories, and then I literally, you guys, I saw myself, I'm very dramatic. I mean, there's a lot of drama in here. It's like I was, Deborah Winger in terms of endearment. In my hospital bed in the final scene where everybody needs 10 boxes of tissues, thank you very much. Don't wear mascara when you're watching that, or beaches. These are oldies but goodies. Probably dating myself, but tell me if you know what I'm talking about. Beaches in terms of endearment. If you need to pop an emotional zit, those are the movies to watch. No mascara, 10 boxes of tissues. And so I'm seeing myself as Deborah Winger in the hospital bed. I'm saying goodbye to my 2 sons. Guys, I don't even have kids. I don't have kids. Who am I saying goodbye to? Right? But this is a story that this crazy lady is playing in her mind. And some of you can relate. Give me a thumbs up if you can relate. Let me know that I'm not all alone with my ass hanging out in the vulnerable wind here. Here's the thing. Right in that moment, this huge bumblebee comes shooting out of the sky, and it hits me right on my third eye, making me explode, and falls to its death, sacrifices itself for me, this beautiful bee. And I just, of course, was like, what just happened? And I start laughing and I start crying. And I realize, oh my gosh, it's almost like I was woken out of the trance. Well, I'm not Deborah Winger. Those aren't my boys. I'm not dying. I'm right here in my woods. There's grandma, there's Chippy, there's the deer, there's the tree, there's the flower. I am so grateful. Now I'm going to tell myself a better story. So that is an example of how I work this, and it's a real dramatic, funny example from my life. And I hope that it resonates with you and gives you some ideas. And the next time that you're in this place, you'll remember you're normal and you still have a lot of power. You have a lot of power and you're very resilient. So I love you. I'm going to check in on the comments right after this. Please share this. Please let me know how you're doing, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.